Satoru Gojo, the most popular character in the most popular new-gen anime and the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer of the current era of Jujutsu Kaisen, and the wielder of the limitless curse technique and 6 eyes. Monkey D. Luffy, the main character of the most sold manga of all time and the future pirate king of the One Piece universe. These two are very well respected in and out of their verses, but how would they face up against each other? In this video, I will discuss who I think would win in a fight if these two were to go at it. First off, in this battle, scaling a character's strength and speed are irrelevant, since it's a battle against Gojo. So even though Luffy might be physically faster and stronger, it would not matter because of Gojo, limitless technique, and 6 eyes. Firstly, I will explain Gojo limitless technique, which is basically him bringing the concept of infinity into reality, allowing him to manipulate and distort space. This technique is passed down from the Gojo clan and comes with 3 main abilities, which are his Infinity, Reversal Red, and Lapse Blue. Gojo Infinity, in short, is basically him taking the distance between him and his opponent and divide it infinitely, which would infinitely slow his opponent down. This technique is always on, as we see after the fight with him and Toji. This would mean you cannot touch Gojo unless you have infinite speed or higher, a form of power nullification, or you have the ability to cut through space. Gojo Reversal Red and Lapse Blue are his other 2 abilities. The simplest way I can explain these abilities are Lapse Blue generates the power to increase curse energy output and attracts, while Reversal Red generates the power to repel by infusing reverse curse energy into the power of Limitless. Gojo can also merge Reversal Red and Lapse Blue, creating Halo Purple, which basically creates a convergence and divergence of infinity and creates an imaginary mass that erases anything it touches out of existence. He also has the 6 eyes, which grants the bearer extraordinary perception, allowing them to see the flow of cursed energy and read an individual's cursed technique in use and determine its function. You may think that may be all for Gojo abilities, but there's still one more, which is his most powerful ability, and that is his
領域展開無料空所
Gojo Unlimited Void is him trapping his opponent in a void, paralyzing them, and frying their brain with an infinite amount of information. Now it's time to get into Luffy abilities, and most of it is coming from his strongest form, currently Gear 5. As we know, Luffy ate the Gum Gum fruit, which was later revealed to be the Hito Hito, no Mi model Nika, which gives him powers of the Warrior of Liberation Sun, God Nika, making him and his surrounding rubber. This power is only limited to his imagination, giving his some level to reality, manipulation, and toon force. Like we seen with Kaido, Luffy can manipulate his surrounding and reflect attacks, turn into a literal giant, run on air leaving a fire trail, and he can also manipulate his hair, turning them into goggles as we saw in the current arc. Luffy also have all 3 types of Advanced Haki. Advanced Observation. Haki allows him to see a few seconds into the future. Advanced Armament Haki, which allow the user to let Haki flow through their body and emit it from one point, allowing them to break through even the toughest of defenses. This can also damage the opponent's internal organs. Finally, Advanced Conqueror's Haki allows the user to infuse their body with it, instead of just using it to overwhelm or dominate the willpower of others. Now that we learned about both characters' abilities, who do I think would win? Well, in short, between the two, I think Gojo would beat Luffy 10 out of 10 times if they were to fight, and that's mainly due to Luffy not being able to touch him. If Luffy tried to throw any attack at Gojo, it would just infinitely slow him down due to his infinity, giving Gojo the chance to cast a domain expansion on him or use either red, blue, or purple. Some people may say Luffy can just imagine himself going through infinity, since Luffy power of imagination has shown no limits, but that simply would be a no-limit fallacy. There are different tiers of reality warping, and Luffy power of imagination would be at the lowest end. Characters who actually have better version of reality manipulation would be Gremmy from Bleach. Gremmy can create things into existence with his imagination, including outer space. He can turn people's bones into cookies and even drop meteors with just his imagination. Another argument some might make is Luffy using advanced haki like Ryu or Conqueror's haki, but these also wouldn't work. And that's because Ryu haki is just the user, letting their haki flow through their body and emit it from one point, which means that attack would still have to travel in order to hit the opponent, so it would never touch Gojo. Conqueror's haki also wouldn't work, because it just imposes the user willpower on the other. This usually only knocks out weak-will fodder characters, which Gojo isn't. So yeah, Gojo would defeat Luffy. I would say it would be a mid to high diff fight. Anyways, that's all for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment who you think would win. See ya!